What's going on, guys? Maz here. Today I'm going to tell you how you can get your very own Charizard in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let's go. So as I'm sure most of you guys know by now, we do have a current event going on for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the Unrivaled Charizard event. This is the first of two Charizard events that we're going to be receiving this month. The first one began December 2nd and it will be ending on December 4th. And then we'll be receiving a second round of this event from December 16th and it'll run until December 18th. Go into your main menu, Poké Portal, Mystery Gift. After you go to Mystery Gift, check Poké Portal News. After you do that, you'll connect to the internet. Once you connect to the internet, the game will automatically update for you and you'll be able to see these Tera raid dens. So this is a 7-star Tera raid den. You're going to be fighting a level 100 Charizard. It's going to have something called the Mightiest mark. It has the Tera Dragon type and you're only going to be able to catch one of these. Once you catch yours, you're not going to be able to catch another one, but you are still going to be able to participate in more dens, which means you are still going to be able to collect the rewards. You get things like ability patches, which are fantastic, experience candies, rare candies, ability capsules, and a few other things here and there. All right, now, so in order to be eligible to participate in this event, there's a couple things that you guys need to know, some really important things. You do need to beat the game, which means you do need all 18 badges. After you watch the credits roll, you're gonna have to rebattle the gym leaders. You'll need to take part in the student tournament. I'm not going to go into too many details with that, but after you do those, then the last thing you need to do is you're going to have to complete around 7 or 8 5-star dens. You can either do them solo or you can participate in with others, and eventually you're going to get a call from Jacques who then says that you're now able to participate in 6-star raid dens. We got all of that out of the way. We got all the requirements. This is the part of the video where now I'm going to explain to you exactly what I feel is one of the best Tera raid builds for this event specifically. So I'm going to go over exactly what you need to do step by step. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So the build that we're going to be going with today is the Azumarill belly drum build. You know, there's a bunch of different methods and builds going around on the internet here, but this one piqued my interest. So I'm like, you know what? I want to give it a shot and see if it'll work out for me. It's best to have an Azumarill that has the fairy Tera type. You want this Azumarill to know the ability huge power. It also needs to know the move belly drum. You want it to have an adamant nature, so that way it's plus attack. Oh, I don't think you guys can see this. Hang on a second. We have plus to attack and minus to special attack. So first things first, we need to get ourselves an Azumarill. The best place I would suggest for this, so if you go northwest of the great crater of Paldea, Casaroya Lake, if you go to the islet and just head a little bit north, you guys are going to find the Azumarill, the static Tera Azumarill, which is absolutely perfect for this build. It's already going to have the right ability, decent high level. You catch it at level 55, and this is going to be a very good starting point for us. So once you catch that Azumarill, we're then going to move on to the next step here. So next step you want to do, you want to head over to Montenerva, which is just where Glacido Mountain is, north of the Great Crater. So once we arrive, first thing I want to mention here, so if your Azumarill is not an adamant nature, we're going to have to go ahead and fix that real quick. So Montenerva is where you first are able to buy nature mints. Go to the Chansey supply and buy yourself an adamant mint. Now the important thing to know is we're trying to max out Azumarill's attack. So we want to max out the attack stat and we want to likely max out the HP stat. Each stat can have a maximum of 252 effort values. Effort values, or EVs, will be gained and earned every time you defeat a Pokemon, whether it's in a wild battle or a trainer battle. When you defeat a Pokemon, every Pokemon will yield a certain effort value. I'm not going to go crazy into the specifics. I'm going to save that for another video, but all you need to know is each stat can have a maximum of up to 252, but only 2 stats can be maxed out to 252 effort values, and then you're able to put in an additional 6 effort values into whatever stat else you want. One bottle will give you plus 10 to that stat. If we do some very quick math, 10 effort values per 1 bottle of protein, and we want to max out our attack stat to 252. That means you're going to need 25 bottles of protein. So that's going to give you 250 attack. And then we just need another +2. If you have a strength feather, each feather counts for 1 effort value. You can just use 2 of those as well. This is where we're going to actually have to go back into the Chansey supply, and you're going to want to have these bottles. So as I mentioned, you're going to want 25. Hopefully you have some feathers, you can use the rest. We're going to max out the EVs in both protein, and what I would suggest, you want to max out the EVs in HP as well. So by the end of it, your Azumarill stats should look a little something like this. Let me just move this camera so you guys can see that the attack is sparkling. That means that all 252 EVs have been satisfied. That attack is completely maxed out. I almost have HP maxed, but I decided to put a little bit of effort values into speed just because I wanted my Azumarill to be just a little bit quicker. You don't have to do this. If anything, I would say pump them all into HP. I just wanted to kind of try something a little bit different. You're going to want to have the Shell Bell item as the item of choice. I guess you could also put a Citrus Berry as well. Citrus Berry, so that way when you get low health, Azumarill will automatically heal itself. You know what? I'll probably end up trying Citrus Berry, but I mean, you can do Shell Bell. Shell Bell is also good because every time you attack, you're going to heal a little bit of HP every time you inflict damage, which is perfect. You can use either or. I would probably recommend Shell Bell though. Also, if you don't know where to get a Shell Bell, you can buy them in the Levencia, the city with Iono, the electric gym leader, 20,000 Poké Dollars. So next thing that we need to know. So once we take care of our effort values, so the stats that we can control, then we need to go deeper. We need to go into the stats within the stats. What am I talking about? I'm talking about IVs, also known as individual values. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna wanna speak to this gentleman right here, and he can do something called hyper training. And what he'll do for you is he'll actually max out a stat of your choice. This makes sure that you have the best possible stat for your Pokemon. Just remember, each stat costs 1 bottle cap. Bottle caps are very expensive. They're worth 20,000 Poké Dollars each. You can also collect them in Tera Raid dens as well, but they are kind of rare. So if you can afford it, I would say max out all of the stats except for special attack if you can afford it. Otherwise, if you can't, then just focus on HP, attack, and speed. Speed would help too. You don't need to max out special attack because that's not a stat that Azumarill is going to use for its attacking moves, so don't even worry about that. Once you max that out, you're going to give him bottle caps, and then we can move on to the next step. So the next step is we want to make our Azumarill level 100, just because the Charizard that we're facing is also going to be level 100, and we need to even the playing field. What I did was I didn't even bother with rare candies, to be honest with you guys. I just used a bunch of these experience candies instead. Once you do that, we just have a couple more things we got to do, and then we're ready. Okay, so once our Azumarill is all trained up, EV trained, hyper trained, so we got all the best stats, it's level 100. You're going to want to go to Cascarafa. I can never say that name right. You're going to want to go here to this town. All you have to do is go to the Delibird shop right here. And there's a very specific item that we need to buy. So you're going to go under battle items. You're going to go all the way down. And what we need, what we're looking for is something called the Mirror Herb. And this is going to be a very important item. Now, I know it's very pricey. It's 30,000 Poké Dollars, but trust me, all you need is one and it will be worth it. Once you have a Mirror Herb, the only other thing you're going to need, so we have the Azumarill in our party in Hariyama. Just make sure that Hariyama knows the move Belly Drum, which he learns at level 26. And what we're going to need to do is we need to forget a move. So we're going to go ahead and just forget Hydro Pump here real quick. Okay, so now we officially have 3 moves. So this is what we need. We need to have 1 empty slot. So we're going to put the Mirror Herb that we just bought. So we're going to give it to Azumarill. Perfect. So we have Azumarill. We have Hariyama with Belly Drum. Okay, now we're going to do Picnic. And essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to wait. We're going to give it maybe 30 seconds to about a minute or so. We don't have to wait too long. We just need a little bit of time to pass. This should be good. So we're going to go ahead and pack up. And if everything is done correctly, our Azumarill should now have, boom, Belly Drum. Just like that. Okay, so when all is said and done, we should have ourselves the perfect Azumarill. So you can see that it has belly drum, it's got the huge power ability, and it's level 100. So this thing is ready to go. Now let's go ahead and jump into our first 7-star Charizard raid. We'll see how this guy does. Okay, so as you guys can see, we're in front of the raid den. So this is how you know it's the 7-star raid, the black crystal, because you guys can see right here, normally this would be like a darker blue for the dragon type, but it's black. Okay, here we go. So we're in front of it. I'm going to quickly drop down a save. I want to attempt to see if I can do this alone first. So you know what? Let's try doing this alone. See how that goes. If it doesn't go too well, there's a good chance we're probably going to need to do it in a group, which I would recommend. But let's try doing it alone first. Here we go, our boy. Okay, let's test this baby out, shall we? No, he's just going straight to attacking us. Okay, we're going to go straight to the belly drum here. Okay, hit the belly drum. Okay, maximize our attack. Now the citrus berry should activate. Give us a little bit of health here. And let's go straight for the play rough. See how much damage that does. Oh my, did you guys see that? Wow. Oh my god, that took out like half his health. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so we got knocked out. That's okay. All right, so let's see if we can hopefully do this again here. I mean, it's also poison, so that should help us out. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to do the belly drum quick. Maximize the attack. Miss the fire blast. Yep, there we go. Okay. Hit the play rough. Wow, that took a nice chunk. And this is not without even terastallizing. So once we terastallize, okay, now we can hopefully knock this thing out here. I don't know if I'm going to be fast enough. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Yo, let's go. Oh my god, that actually worked. That actually worked. Oh my god. Charizard the Unrivaled. Come on, we got this. I did get a little bit lucky too. He missed the fire blasts and hurricanes. And that's it. Boom, and there you guys have it. 7-star raid den. Charizard is done. There you go. Guys, we literally just soloed the 7-star raid. No friends required. Is Azumarill busted or what? All right, let's take a look at our boy here. Charizard, level 100. He's a dragon Tera type. Of course, you know we got to catch him in that luxury ball. We had to. We had to do it. It has its hidden ability, Solar Power. It's a modest nature. There are the moves that it knows. So Dragon Pulse, Fire Blast, Hurricane, Focus Blast. And you guys can see that it also has the Mightiest mark. So this is a mark for Pokemon caught in a 7-star Tera raid battle. Charizard the Unrivaled. And we just attached the Mightiest mark. So now we have it. So whenever we send it out into battle, it's going to have a title. I'll show you guys in a second. As you guys can see, it's got perfect stats across the board. 31 IVs in all stats. Perfection. Oh my god, it is so cool. I love it. I'm so happy we have Charizard back in this game. He looks so good. Game Freak, you did him good. You did him good. Okay, one last thing I want to try out here. So if we initiate a battle, if we send him out, he should have his title show up. Let's see how that looks. Charizard the Unrivaled. Sweet. That's cool. All right, guys, and there you have it. We've completed the Charizard event. All it took was a Hariyama and a really strong Azumarill. That's all it took. I just wanted to say thank you all so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like. And I'd really appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet content like this in the future. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys. All the best.